Hey guys, once again I am here in Nicaragua, this time coming to you from our gorgeous house off Santa Lucia. If you ever want to come by, that's the street we're on. I'll give you a little, not a tour, but just a little peripheral thing going. 360 image, that's kind of our backyard. We'll even take you back here. Got that luscious green going on. Oop, just stepped on something, that didn't really feel too good. And we even got like a fire pit here, as you can see that maybe, and even got some banana trees and stuff, and so hopefully we'll have some gorgeous bananas coming to you soon. And so been here 2 weeks, wanted to tell you a little more about what we've been up to. Let's see, one really interesting thing is kind of just the stuff we've been eating. Actually, last night we kind of had a I don't know, a time to become a man here in Nicaragua. And so I don't know how this started, but two of the guys here, Joe and Caleb Spittler, decided they wanted to eat a lizard or a gecko. We kind of have these around our house at night. They kind of just walk around on the walls and stuff, and they're like, well, we have to eat one to become a man. Before, like a few weeks ago, we had to eat this sour orange that was, I don't know, it made your mouth tingle and kind of go numb, actually. Kind of a little painful, but that was one step into becoming a man. And then the next step is eating the gecko. So I don't know why it always pertains to food. There's another one where you have to go climb a volcano. We haven't done that one yet, but we'll see. And so we kind of made a fire out here, lit it up, and yeah, I had, I think, like 2 gecko feet. And then they ate like the abdomen, and I don't think anyone ate the head or like the rectum or anything. But we had some gecko, so not really a traditional food here or a delicacy, but just something we tried out. So if you want to be a man in Nicaragua, that's what you do, at least in our book. Let's see what else. Some other eating stuff that we actually really enjoy. Picos. There's an obsession with picos. Don't tell me why, but these are kind of like these triangle type pastries, and they usually have maybe like a cheese or like a honey inside. And then it's covered with sugar as well on the outside. And so they're really good. They're kind of like a donut, and they're really cheap. You can get them for about a quart each, and that's like 5 cents. And so everyone's been getting those. You get like 10 in a bag, and everyone loves them. Another really good thing is called bonuelo, and that is like these balls. And what you do with those, they're kind of like yuca, and then mixed with cheese. And yuca is kind of sort of like a potato bread thing. And then you put it in a bag, and you have this honey, and you mix it around and stuff. Really sweet, really delicious, and I'm just telling you, it's great. Another thing I really like is there's ladies kind of selling these fried foods and stuff on the street as you walk by, usually kind of evening time. And you can get a really nice thing of grilled or fried chicken. And then you get what they call tacanos. They're like these platanos bananas. You can get salt ones, or there's maduros, and those are kind of sweet ones. And so some are kind of like chips, and the other ones are kind of like these sweet bananas. And then you get some ensalada, or it's kind of like a coleslaw. And you get it all mixed up. You get it all put in there in a banana leaf and to go, and you're good. Really delicious. A few nights ago, me and one other guy went to a place, and the guy invited us into his house. We got to see the whole house. He said if we want to rent it, we could. We said, well, we already got a place, but maybe some other travelers coming through, they could. And so it was just really fun getting to know him. Everyone kind of sits on their porch at night. They talk, they mingle. And so it's just a great opportunity to get to know people. Whereas in the States, sometimes everyone's just closed off. They're in their house. They're on the internet, watching TV. And so there's just not that real community. Whereas here, when you don't have as much to do, that's really what thrives, and so it's community. It's really, really awesome. Also wanted to give a shout out to someone, haven't done that in a while. This one goes all the way to Scotland, to Nicholas Scott, which is Jamie O'Shea's girlfriend. And so I just wanted to give a shout out to you. Great being Facebook friends with you. And your boyfriend, what can I say? He's awesome. We went to Kathy's Waffle House a few days ago. Had some good discipleship, and he's just a hilarious guy. He's my euchre partner as well. We've been playing a lot of euchre down here, so it's fun. And thanks for watching my videos. I can't believe all these people watch them, so thank you. And I think you said you're from Edinburgh, if I remember correctly. And I've been there, and it's gorgeous. I would love to go back sometime. I love just that whole region. And so, go British Isles and all y'all lot over there. All right, and let's see what else we got going on. We've been finalizing kind of all our ministry opportunities. One thing we're getting involved in with is the Sisters of Charity of Calcutta is what they're called. I think it was started by Mother Teresa, and so we're working there, doing some daycare. Also, Monday, Tuesdays, we're doing English teaching, and so that's kind of something. I've done it one semester before, but kind of building on that, and so it's really fun. We probably have about 10 students or so right now. Another thing I've gotten involved with a lot more now is coaching soccer. We started this week. We had 3 practices. One practice, no one actually came, about only 3 people, but I don't even think they were on the team. They came, and it was just downpour, and so we had kind of a 3-on-3 game, and it was fun. Probably not the best for learning soccer skills, but it was great. Today we have games, so getting geared up for that. We have a gorgeous Saturday. Field's still a little wet, but we'll see how it goes, and hopefully our team will pull it through. We're doing a young team, about 12 to 14-year-olds, I believe, and then another team with about 15 to 17-year-olds. And so a lot of energy and time spent into that. We've had meetings and a decent amount of practices this week, and so hopefully it'll be a really good turnout, and just really God will bless that. Another thing, getting involved with the Young Life, getting people to that. We've been doing kind of like little scavenger hunts with them, and just really a great opportunity to kind of get people plugged in there and learn more about Christ. Another thing has been the Hogar Crea, which is like a rehabilitation center for drug addicts. Getting involved with that. Me and Kale Boston played some worship music for them. Also played worship music at Torre Fuerte, which is a church we go to on Sunday nights every other week. And so it's just been a real blessing to go there and kind of be in front of everybody. Worship thing, like I like it. I probably prefer just being in my room praising God that way, but it's been another cool opportunity to do that, and so I just thank God for giving me the somewhat mediocre ability to lead others in worship, and so that's just really been fun. Another one thing we've been doing in the mornings, we're doing kind of our study. We're going over another book right now called Celebration of Discipline, kind of learning stuff about prayer and simplicity and some other things, and kind of just to take a break from that, because doing 2-3 hours of class every day gets draining. We started doing these one-on-one times just to get to know each other better. We'd like get a person, and then we'd learn about their life. We'd go somewhere for 2-3 hours, get a cup of coffee, and just learn about each other. And that's just been one really great way. Another place we've gone to is Restoration Church. They're a little more charismatic. They're really energetic, and I haven't seen a church like it yet. And a lot of dancing, a lot of clapping, a lot of raising hands, and just a really great message. And they even had food there at the end that you could buy. So I'm liking some of the food down here. They got some good choices. Probably not as abundant, the quantity, but the quality, very good. Let's see what else. The girls, they have a pool. Me and Caleb kind of jumped in there one night. I think we were just kind of in our boxers, so don't think we were supposed to do that, but it was kind of hilarious, and so we had to get out of there pretty quick. I think it's been drained because it's been kind of dirty recently. But so they have a little pool. It's kind of more like looks like a jacuzzi type tub or something. You can't really fit too many people in there, and it's only about 3 feet deep. But it's fun, it's enjoyable, and with the weather here, it's nice. I'm trying to think of another project we got going. I think they're calling it the Granada Conservation Corps, or the Beautification Project. And we're picking like one kind of street and just picking up all the trash, trying to be eco-friendly. Just teach the people around here that we need to take care of God's creation. And so that's kind of one thing we've done, is just really thrived on doing that and picking up around here. So we're doing that once a week and getting all the kids involved, and they're loving it. So, I mean, get involved in anything we're doing. And so it's just been really great doing some feeding programs at Santa Lucia, or not Santa Lucia, sorry, Colegio San Antonio. And so that's kind of just another thing at a school we're doing that at. And it's been great. And lastly, we also had a Canadian Thanksgiving. Yes, a Canadian Thanksgiving. It was on Monday, October 13th, I believe. blew Jamie O'Shea away. It was awesome. He had a great time, best Thanksgiving ever, and so he just thoroughly enjoyed it. We just played every kind of sorts of games he loved, Mafia, I think a little Signs, a little Euchre, and had some really great chicken, and with kind of cornflakes on top. And so it was just a phenomenal time. And got to sign off now. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you later. Hasta luego.